Hey everybody, how are you doing? Today, the day this video comes out, June 21st, is Aniridia Day. This is a day where we celebrate and raise awareness about what Aniridia is. This is the eye condition that I have. The theme for Aniridia Day this year is breaking barriers. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you a day in my life and how I overcome barriers on a daily basis. Now, I will say that this day is a lot more exciting than my average typical day. My name is Angela and I'm a visually impaired designer. So the first activity of the day was going to the local aquarium to do a penguin encounter where we got to feed them fish and be up close and personal with the penguins. This experience was super awesome and like nothing else that I've ever done before. And because the penguins were right close and personal with us, it made it a lot easier to see them more than when they're behind the glass. For 30 minutes, we got the opportunity to be in a small room where the penguins could come in and out and interact with us, and like I said, we got to feed them fish. During the whole encounter, people in the room were referring to specific penguins because they had tags on their little flippers that said what their names were. And I was not able to see the names on the tags very well, so I felt a little left out with that. But if I wanted to know the name of a penguin, I would pay attention to someone else who was referring to a penguin, or just simply ask the person next to me. Hi, penguin!
About how many fish do they fill them up? So they eat about 10% of their body weight every day.
Oh.
How much do they weigh? They weigh about 12 pounds.
Oh, that's light.
They eat about a little over a pound per penguin per day.
He's so cute.
Is this on Georgia? Yeah, she took all my fish. Georgia.
She's a hungry.
Georgia.
Those are penguins?
Yep.
That's more like a worm. That scared me no more.
That's a noise they make when they're really excited or when they're talking to their mate on the other side of the exhibit.
It is breeding season.
That's scary.
And then while we were already at the aquarium, we went and saw other animals and the exhibitions that were there. Sometimes it can be difficult to be able to spot the animals, and it almost feels like I'm just staring at their habitat and not really seeing where the animals are. To get over this barrier, I look for movement, I pay attention to areas that other people are looking at. I will sometimes just listen to what people are saying, like, oh look, it's behind the tree, or that kind of thing. And if all else fails, I'll just ask someone that I'm with and they will help describe where in the area the animal is. Even with all these tips, sometimes I fail to find the animals and I just say, well, there's a lot of animals to look at, so we're fine, let's just move on to the next one. Another barrier at the aquarium is being able to read the signs that say what type of animals they are and facts about each of the animals. To overcome this, I would either listen to the children because they tend to read the signs out loud, or several times I pulled out the Seeing AI app, and this can help read signs to you. And I've done a video on that, so I'll make sure to link it for you below if you're interested in knowing how to use that app and what it provides. I would say one of the biggest barriers I had to overcome at the aquarium was there's several rooms where the tanks were in the dark so that you could see better into the actual areas where the fish and the sharks were, and so where you're walking or standing is darker. Now to overcome this, I used a person as a guide to help me while we're walking around, and also in areas where it's like a walkway and it's not disturbing other people who are trying to look at the exhibitions, I would turn on the flashlight on my phone to help guide me through the hallways to the next exhibition. So later that day, I got to do a fun experience where I got to ride an electrical scooter for the first time. I absolutely thought it was so much fun. The scooters got up to 18 miles an hour, which is pretty awesome. The main barrier that I had with the scooters was being able to read the screen and the buttons that are on the actual scooter that you need to press in order to operate it. Luckily, my niece who was going with me, showed me how to use the scooter before we actually left. I memorized where the buttons were and what they did so that as we were going and when we stopped and paused, I knew what buttons I would need to click and when. I also had to make sure that I had my really good sunglasses because it was a super hot sunny day, and so being able to wear my sunglasses to make it so I could see where I was actually riding was super important. I really wish that I had a hat with me that day to give me that double protection of the sunglasses and hat combo, but I did not know I was going to be riding the scooter. It was more of a spontaneous thing, so the glasses ended up being enough of a help. We rode the scooters to dinner and we went to Chipotle. It was super delicious and I'm glad that we went. The big barrier, like most restaurants, is being able to read the menu and know what I want to order on my own. Chipotle has a fairly decent menu. However, their menu is on like a burnt orange red background, and some of the things they were trying to highlight on the menu were in like a mustard yellow color, and the contrast was very low, which made it difficult for me to read. Luckily, I had access to their online menu and it made it easy for me to see what was on their menu, and then as I was up there, I could kind of see the food items as they were asking me what I wanted to put on as well, which didn't require me to read what the toppings were. I could just see them right in front of me. After dinner, we went to my hometown's city parade, and because we're outside sitting in the sun for so long, it makes it so that my eyes get blurry and it puts strain on my eyes when I'm trying to see things from afar for a long amount of time. Luckily, I had my good sunglasses and we were purposely sitting on the side of the road where we weren't looking into the sun, we were looking away from the sun, which helped so much. We were also able to get seats that were right on the curb, so we were as close as you could be for the parade, which helped me be able to see what stuff was right in front of me. And my sister was so kind and was sitting next to me and would tell me what some of the signs said or describe some of the things that I needed a little extra help seeing. Police officers on motorcycles. Fire engine trucks. A float with baby contest winners. A military truck. A marching band. A group of cheerleaders. People doing trampoline basketball tricks. This was a super fun day for me and I was excited to share it with you. I hope this gives you some insight on what it's like to have a visual impairment. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you can see more videos like this one. And with all that being said, I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Bye!